What's going on, YouTube? This is Cyclone here. I have an extremely special beer today. This one is by far the highest rated beer that I've ever reviewed. This is Founders CBS. This is some people's favorite beer in the world. Other people call this one a top 50, top 40, top 30. Compared to Beer Advocate, I think has it at rank 13 as of this video in the world. And Untapped had it, I think, in the top 30. So this is an elite beer. This is a beer you put on your bucket list, and you have to try at least one. I have two. I have another one in my fridge. But this is coming in at $29. So let me get out of the way right now. My expectations are... I'm putting my expectations at the ceiling. I've heard many great things. I want to believe in this beer. I want this beer to kill me. If this beer doesn't kill me, I'm going to let you know. But I think I'm going to enjoy it. The regular breakfast stout is wonderful. This is supposed to take that to a whole new level with some amazing barrel aging and maple essence that just brings it it's apparently an amazing smoky and sweet experience. I am so ready for this. 11.7 ABV and a 2017 series. Let's go, guys. I got to get into this. Finally, I'm trying a real top beer. This is a big moment here. And I got to see, is this thing nice hiss? Nice hiss on the bottle. I'm just going to take a whiff from the bottle. It's a tradition of mine. Oh. It does have the maple in there. Okay. All right, guys. I can smell the maple. And here we go with this pour for $29. Oh, that is... Look at this. Look at this velvet coming out of here right now. Hang on. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, this is beautiful. And it's actually pouring a decent head here going down the middle. I could stop there. Drop. Okay. Dark. There is zero light. No color whatsoever coming through. I'm saying if there's the slightest hint of a dark brown in there, I can't see it. About a finger of head, and down the middle. This is right out of the fridge. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's take a sniff of this nose. Yeah, it's like, oh my God, it's like the breakfast stout on steroids. It has that nice smoke from the breakfast stout. It's that malty, grainy, smoky essence. It has a little maple and vanilla. A little bit of cocoa. Maybe some even prune or raisin in there. Some dark fruit. I am getting a slight essence of that too. So almost think of like a bread pudding. This is like a goddamn bread pudding. This is a bread pudding in a glass. This is, well... It's not too overpowering on the nose. It's just nice. Really nice. So I'm snowed in today, guys. It's really cold out there. And this is apparently a beer that you have to have on your bucket list. So I have high expectations. I have high hopes. Cheers to a happy 2018, everybody. Oh, yeah. Yo, that is the best. That is insanely good. That is French toast, raisins, syrup. One sip and I already know this is an absolute winner. This is insane. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous, guys. I'm drooling. After 2 sips, I'm already salivating. I started salivating when I drank the Crasher in the Rye, which is a great beer. Crasher in the Rye is delicious. This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. I think you guys understand where I'm putting this beer. Oh. I'm getting a good amount of maple on this one. Good amount of maple in here. Nice vanilla. Nice, a slight coffee essence from the aging. There is a cocoa here, like in the breakfast stout. And then there's a dark fruit character, almost like a raisin. And that could be enhanced from the maple syrup that they use in the barrels, but oh, that is just... I would put it like... This is more like French toast. The regular breakfast stout is kind of like banana bread to me, and this one's like French toast. The hop profile... Like the original breakfast stout, the hop profile is in here. That is incredible. I just love the fusion of sweet, bitter, and smoky in here. Everything is present. And people call this to have a sticky mouthfeel. I can see where they're going. Some people have said this doesn't have a lot of maple on it. I'm getting a lot of maple. I'm getting a very nice amount of maple. Maybe it's just the bottle. Maybe that it's cold. Maybe I have to let it warm up a little bit. Maybe the maple dissipates. But cold, I'm getting a ton of maple syrup. It's that nice sweet punch that goes so well with this beer. That is incredible. That is absolutely it's just amazing. No alcohol, zero alcohol, just nice hops. And again, no alcohol while it's cold. I'll let it warm up and see if that comes out. Look at that lacing. Look at that beautiful lacing on the glass. Oh, wow. French toast. Frickin' French toast, guys. So like coffee and chocolate essence. It is absolutely delicious. That is a meal in a glass, but it's a meal that you want to have. That is such a beautiful, malty, stout body. That creamy malt, that creamy bread, like cream of wheat. It's like, you get that and you put in some maple, and you put in a little bit of coffee bitterness, and you put in a little bit of chocolate bitterness. And then you put in a nice hop on the finish that's just there to kind of spice things up to a beer again, so you don't lose that. This is a 50 out of 10. This is worth every damn penny. $29 for this bottle. And it's worth every penny. It is worth absolutely every penny. A hint of bourbon. But again, that bourbon, I love hard alcohol. Some beer drinkers don't like that stuff, but I do. So for me, if I get any of that burn, maybe on my palate, it's not going to be as severe as a simple, like a person who just drinks beer and then feels that alcohol burn and that flavor that starts to overwhelm them. For me, I drink alcohol straight, without problem, and I do enjoy it. So for me, a little bit of a hop and a little bit of a bourbon essence going on in the back of the throat, which it's just lovely. Love this beer. Oh my God. And to give you the description, Imperial Stout, brewed with chocolate and coffee, aged in maple syrup bourbon barrels. Does it get more delicious than that? I don't really think it does. Wow. I'll be back with my final thoughts after this thing warms up. So these are roughly the same size. And they're different beers, but both stouts. The Crasher and the Rye, I got this on a discount. So I got to take that in consideration. If this were priced at its original $19 price tag, I would give it like as close to a perfect as I could. It was amazing. It was really, really good. The only thing that it lacked to me was a little bit of alcohol complexity. That's the only thing. Otherwise, this beer is absolutely must try. Delicious. This beer at $29 for roughly the same amount of beer. It's a 10. If I could rate it higher, I would. Because while it has the featured flavors in full effect, it has a little bit of that aged quality to it that still gets me. It's a little bit of the bourbon punch, a little bit of that aged wood characteristic. And for those of you who drink beer, you know what I mean. Those of you who drink whiskey or bourbon or scotch, it's just a little bit of that aged smokiness in there. This beer still has it. Because and that's why they're both world class. I highly recommend both. I'd call both basically perfect beers. But one to me ticks off every single possible box in imagination. And the other one, maybe just one of those boxes is not quite checked off. That's the only difference. This is worth every penny of $25 to $30, whatever you're paying for it. If it were over $30, it's still an amazing beer. But if you're going to pay over $30, that would be unfair. But I got it basically at $30, so I'm still having a great time with this one. Again, I'm getting a little essence of bourbon in here, which is what I was looking for. You see, that's what I hope for in a bourbon or a barrel-aged beer. A little bit of that aged alcohol characteristic. It's just enough. It's not too much. It's not burning my throat at all. It's just adding a nice coating to it. And then the maple flavors, the molasses, the chocolate, the coffee, and a little bit of hop comes in to kind of bring this whole experience together. This is a must-try beer. You got to try it. If you see it in the liquor store, if it's a little bit outside of your price point, go that extra mile. I will tell you right now, it's worth it. If you're into stouts, you have to buy this. If it's something that you're experimenting with and you're still not really accustomed to stouts, I would recommend cheaper stouts before you get here. Make sure you're well accustomed to beers and just drinking hard drinks in general before you pick this up, just so you aren't disappointed. Once you're accustomed to it, buy this beer, enjoy it, and you're going to have a great experience. This beer is absolutely insane. And still after sitting in the glass, it's smooth as hell. No alcohol burn, just a little bit of a bourbon profile. No burn. It's beautiful. It's perfect and more. It's beyond perfect. So guys, Founders CBS is worth all the hype. It's a bucket list beer. That's what you can call it. Bucket list beer. Pick it up if you see it. If you see this in the liquor store and you don't pick it up, you're a fool. Turn your car around and go pick this up right now. It's amazing, guys. I love this beer. All right, guys, I'm going to see you on the next one. Take care.